Hi everyone, it's Stephanie with Wolf and Sheep, back with another fibery video. Today I wanted to give you an update on where I am with my sweater knitting. I mentioned back in May that I was going to try to knit one sweater every month for the rest of the year, and I did a really good job in May. Started off strong in June, but I just now finished my June sweater. So July I'm behind on. I haven't even cast on for it. I have swatched for it, but I haven't cast on yet. But I wanted to show you, I'm not completely finished with my June sweater. I just have to sew up the side seams, but here it is. It is an oversized kimono type cardigan, and I'll tell you what, I love the sweater. I love the colors, and it's nice and soft. I can tell it's gonna be a great sweater to just slip on when the weather is that in-between time, when it's maybe cold and chilly in the evenings but warmer in the daytime. But you all, this was like miles and miles of stockinette stitch, and I can tell you that is probably why I fell behind. It was not a difficult sweater to knit. It was knit in pieces, so the back and then 2 front pieces and 2 sleeves, and then you seam everything together. And I've found that I really prefer sweaters that are knit in the round and top down, because even then when it's stockinette stitch, it's just the knit stitch, and it feels like it goes so much faster. This one felt like it just took forever, and I think that's where I kind of lost my mojo a little bit. It was all stockinette stitch, and so there wasn't much to really change up and get interested in. It was just the color changes, and it was just stockinette the entire time. And then when I got to the end and realized, oh, you still have to seam everything together, well, it just felt like a bigger deal than it was, so I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So that's why I'm behind. But as I said, I did swatch already for my July sweater. Sorry, I'm still drinking my coffee this morning in my TARDIS mug. I bought this at the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival a couple of years ago, and I'm gonna tell you, this is my favorite mug. It holds so much coffee. I can't remember who I purchased it from, but it was a vendor. He was a vendor there, and he had all kinds of pottery that was just beautiful. But anyway, back to sweaters. So I am using this beautiful yarn from Quince and Company for my July sweater, and I will be knitting the Lillet, this one right here, by Baby Cocktails. So it's called the Lillet, and it's by Baby Cocktails. There are 2 lengths you can do, this one and then a shorter one. I'm going to be doing the longer one. I don't like really short sweaters. Nobody needs to see anything hanging out, you all know that. So I've swatched for that, and I will hopefully be casting on for that today. It's got an interesting yoke around the collar, and so I'm hoping that will keep my interest a little bit more. You start with that, and so I think it's going to give me a nice break from the miles of stockinette stitch that I just did. So I'm looking forward to this July sweater. I also have started, I bought this yarn this year at the Kentucky Sheep and Fiber Festival also. It's really, really pretty, and it knits up beautifully. I started swatching on it last night, because what I think I'm going to do is make a shawl, a little shawlette with this, and I am going to design, you see this little leaf design that's working out here? It'll be like falling leaves all over the sweater, and then I think I'm going to do a little leaf border around it also, or maybe just a different type of lace. It's a lot more complicated than the sweaters that I've been doing, and I did that on purpose because I need something that's holding my interest a little bit more. Now, the shawl isn't something that I can just sit down and watch TV with and work on, but I do feel like it's going to hold my interest a little bit more. So that's the one thing I'm finding about sweaters, is that they do knit up quickly if you're doing stockinette stitch, but I tend to get tired of them. So I need something that's a little bit different to just hold my interest for a while. The other thing that I have been doing this past week is I have now taken over our living room also as a crafting room. You might notice that I'm in a slightly different space in my home. So now I have our dining room, which is right across the way, and our living room. So what I've done is I've set up different workstations here in the former living room. So I've got, here's my sort of electronics station. This is where I'm doing all my video editing and other updates, working on the Facebook group, that type of stuff. And then right next to it, I have a sewing station, which I'm gonna try and show you. Yeah, so I've got my sewing machine there. I have a little lamp in the corner. These white containers right here, I got those from IKEA for $10 a piece. And what I'm doing is I'm storing different yarns and fibers in there based on the fiber type, fiber content, and these are the yarns that I am going to be selling in my Etsy shop, which is another thing that I've been doing. I've put together an Etsy shop because I just had so many different hand-dyed yarns that I will never be able to use. So I thought that I would just put them out there on Etsy, and if anybody falls in love with them the way that I have, then I can sell some of them. So those are the things I've really been working on this past week. It was the end of the Tour de Fleece, and I have to say, you all, I'm so proud of those of you who met your goals and even exceeded them. I'm also proud of those of you who didn't meet your goals and who just went on our Facebook group and said, you know what, I didn't meet my goals, but that's okay. I've enjoyed seeing everything that you all are posting. You guys are so talented. I'm just blown away by the talent that is in our group. It's just amazing to me. And for those of you who aren't members of our group, it's Wolf and Sheep group on Facebook. You can just put that in the search bar and our group will come up. And we're just a group of fiber lovers. We want to just share our craft without any of the drama that's associated with other groups. We have only one rule, and that is to be kind to each other. And everyone's been doing a great job of that. It's just a really nice, supportive group. So I really encourage you to get on Facebook and check it out, because we just have a lot of fun sharing our crafts, sharing our projects. Everyone's cheering each other on. It's just a really nice group. We did have a question about whether the group would continue after the Tour de Fleece, and yes, of course, I want it to continue. It started as a response to Ravelry and the drama that's going on there. No need to get into it again, but I just wanted a place where we could just enjoy knitting, spinning, weaving, crocheting, whatever fiber art that you do. And we didn't have to put up with any of the political drama, anything like that. So that's why we created our Facebook group, and it's been just a lot of fun. So I hope you'll join us in that. Let's see, what else have I been doing? Oh, as you all know, I do make hand-bound books, and I made a new one this week that I will show you. So here's my newest hand-bound journal. It's got a little sari silk ribbon here. This is an embossed cover. This part right here is raised. It's got a little saying on this silver plate. It says, "Enjoy the journey," which is what I'm trying to do with my life, and I hope that you all are too. And then it's just filled with beautiful coffee-stained papers, different tuck spots, all kinds of things like this. And lace on a lot of the pages. I love embellishing my books with lace. Here's another nice coffee-stained page with tuck spots in here where you can put different things. So I finished this book up this week, And I also made an Etsy shop just for my books. I originally was going to try to combine Etsy shops and have the books and the yarn together, but I just found that that was too confusing. So I'll link to both of my Etsy shops in the notes below. So if you want to check them out, I'd appreciate that. And that's really all I have for this week. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit that little bell so that you're notified every time a new video pops up. I'm Stephanie with Wolf and Sheep. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.